We're in that really weird week between Christmas and New Year when no one's quite sure what's going on. I've still got my Christmas decorations up, but I can feel my Christmas spirit leaving me rapidly. From Christmas Eve till Boxing Day, my attitude is peace on earth and goodwill to all men. Whereas yesterday, I was driving along, a chap that stepped off the pavement, I wound my window down and shouted, "Look where you're going, you fat retard." It's also this time of year people start talking about their New Year's resolutions, and I can't stand this New Year, New Me bullshit that people come out with. Because we all know someone that joins the gym in January, goes 3 times, then that's it for the entire year. So for me, I'm going to do something I know I can achieve. My New Year's resolution is to be less tolerant. That doesn't mean I'm going to be rude, but life is short and I haven't got time for these people that just suck the life out of you. So some examples. Let's say vegans, okay? I've got a lot of good friends of mine who are vegan, but we all know that one person. The guy who, the first time you meet them, "Hi, my name's Mark, I'm a vegan." Now in the past, I would put up with this, but from now on, I'll just fuck off, Mark. I'm not interested, because the only time I need to know if someone is vegan is if I'm cooking for them at my house. And now I know that Mark is a vegan, that's never gonna fucking happen. Also, because I've been getting ready for this New Year's resolution, a few days ago, 2 days ago I think it was, I was in town. There's a few Extinction Rebellion protesters there. Now, I agree with what XR say. I don't like the way they say it. I think they're very patronising. So I thought, rather than go and get into a long discussion, I'm just going to shut them down. So this protester starts asking me how do I get to town. I said, well, I got here in the car. And he's recoiled back from me like I was some sort of vampire. I said, what would you suggest then? And he said, well, have you not thought about using public transport? So I had to respond, you mean you want me to take an hour and a half to do a 15-minute journey that I can do in my car on a large diesel-powered vehicle that's constantly stopping and starting, and engines are at their worst for pollution when a vehicle is pulling away? And he didn't know what to say to that, so I said, are you going to tell me to get an electric car next? And he went, yes. I said, have you ever seen a lithium mine? Just making the batteries for an electric car does more damage to the environment than a fucking Range Rover. And as he was faltering, I said, here's an idea. Rather than forcing your ideas down people's throats and make them feel bad about themselves, come up with a fucking solution first. And walked off, and I felt amazing. Because I hadn't had that life drained out of me. And a lot of my pet hates take place in the supermarket, because then I'm forced to interact with people I don't know. So just today, I tried a few things. We'll all know this, just after Christmas, you've got the 2 mothers who use their trolleys like a fucking barricade to block off a shopping aisle and stand there talking about their sodding kids. Now, in the past, I would have waited patiently, but I said, excuse me, can I get through, please? And the woman looked at me in horror, like, we're talking. So I said, if you're talking, why not go and get a coffee and have some quality time together? Because no one, other than you 2, gives a shit about your kids. And the trolleys opened up, and again I felt, this is great. Yes, I'm being a bit rude, but I'm not wasting my life. And then I had to get to a freezer, and there's about 6 people, 2 families I assume they were, chatting away. Guy stood against the door, which I needed to open. So I said, excuse me mate, I need to get in there. And the bloke looked at me, sneered, and moved about 3 inches. So I thought, okay, I got hold of the freezer door and used it to just push him out of the way. And when he looked at me, I said, I asked you politely once. It feels great, do this as much as you can. And my biggest pet hate at supermarkets are people who do their shopping and then don't take their trolley back. Parents are fuckers for this. And they'll just let the trolley roll down the car park into someone else's car. And I've had 2 cars and a motorcycle damaged by this. So I saw this chap doing the same thing today and said, excuse me mate, you're not putting that back? And he turned around and went, not my problem, is it? And then realised that I looked like an enraged Viking and hurriedly got into his car. So I said, do you want me to move it then? And he gave me the finger, then locked his car door. So I got his trolley, checked he wasn't looking in his mirror, because he's looking dead ahead now, he doesn't want to make eye contact with me. And as I walked past, I tipped it on its side and left it behind his car. And as I went back to my Jag, about 5 seconds later, I heard the scraping. And I thought, fuck you mate, now your car's been damaged because you couldn't be bothered. It's not New Year's yet, but Happy New Year for whenever it happens. Please let me know what your resolutions are in the comments.